When I was a trainee, I learned that columnar cell change, columnar cell hyperplasia, and flat epithelial atypia, which is the spectrum of these flat intraductal proliferations, I learned that these had no relative risk above maybe like fibrocystic change or any other very minimally proliferative process. And actually all of these things, CCC, CCH, and FEA, when I was reading and learning maybe 25 years ago, were lumped into something else called blunt duct adenosis. For older people, that might be a language with which you have familiarity. So now we break them down, and the CCC and the CCH are kind of lumped together, and flat epithelial atypia is somewhat separated. So I teach the residents, and these are to some extent Chuckisms, but they're based on my reading of many papers, books, et cetera, of what these relative risks pan out to be. So if you have the portion of blunt duct adenosis that we today call CCC or CCH, the relative risk would be about 1.5 to 1, so very minimal. And this would not result in a surgical excision. For FEA, that would be higher, double of this, 3 to 1, and that in most centers would result in a surgical excision. In our more traditional complex intraductal proliferations of UDH and ADH, those would be about 2 and about 4 to 1. So if you kind of draw a line through here, UDH, CCC, and CCH could be thought of as lower risks that might result in the patient being screened more frequently or followed more closely, but would not be excised, whereas patients who have ADH or FEA would generally go to excision.